It's 5 in the morning, and I can't sleep. A moment ago, I was awake, and now I'm lying down in my bed, looking at the darkness of my room. I have a strange feeling. Something is not right. Later today, I have a big presentation, and I'm really not sure how this is going to go. I'm not the one presenting, but I've organized that event. I've invited this client of mine, a senior VP of Greater China at a large international company, to come and talk to a group of MBA students at the #1 university in China. So for me, this is a big deal, a very big deal. And I've worked really hard to make this event a success. So a few days ago, I went to see him in his office, and he showed me his presentation. His slides were beautiful. He had planned to talk about leadership using this metaphor of Formula One. The cars, the speed, the technical precision, the teamwork. It was perfect. Except that it was 2008, and in China, very few people knew about Formula One. So I told him, it's not going to work. They won't get it. At that moment, I felt so proud. I was already starting to work as a cross-cultural trainer, and I felt so validated. I had put my finger on an obvious problem, cross-cultural communication mistake that I could help this man avoid. But he didn't care. I mean, why would he, right? Why would he listen to me, a 26-year-old French woman, telling him how to talk to Chinese managers? I get it. He was the guest speaker. He was a senior leader invited to talk about leadership in China to a group of managers at a top MBA school in China. Me? I was just a young girl trying to figure out what to do with my life. I couldn't convince him, so I had to let it be. But now I was lying in my bed and seriously thinking about what was going to happen later today. Talking about that, my alarm just went off. It's time for me to get up and get ready for work. So I get up, come out of bed, and I lie back down right away. Something is really wrong. So I'm lying there, trying to think what is happening to me. Yesterday was my birthday, and my colleague Michelle wanted to take me out to lunch. So after we finished visiting our clients, she took me to this new Japanese food street that was in the same area. When we arrived, it was still under construction, but a few places were already open. So we found a restaurant that we liked, and we walked inside. We were following the waitress inside, and the dining room looked very dark. Dark furnitures, that is quite common in the north of China, dark wood covering the walls and the ceiling. The only source of light seems to come from rays of sunshine coming through the window. But it was already late, and we had to finish lunch before going back to work. So we sat down, and we asked for the menu. So the waitress came, and she announced to us that only a few dishes were available because there was a blackout affecting the entire street. The food looked nice and appealing, so we ordered. So Michelle ordered the fried chicken, and I ordered the sashimi bowl. So here I am, lying in my bed after a day, still unable to stand up. contemplating my food poisoning, when my phone rings. It's Michelle. She's at the presentation. I open the text and it reads, "You were right. They didn't get it." Of course I was right. I mean, rule number one of a good presenter, know your audience. You know, I was 26 and French, but I already knew that what works in in your country does not always work, you know, in China. And at that moment, I felt like I could have been proud of myself. I could have rejoiced in being right. But I didn't. I didn't because I had been wrong all along. I had been wrong to ignore the blackout. I had been wrong to order the sashimi bowl. And I had been wrong to assume that people would sell me sashimi if they weren't fresh. So that day I learned one thing, that there is little pride in being right. Because some days you will be wrong and it will suck. So be humble and don't order sashimis in the middle of a blackout. Thank you.